As I arrive in Botswana's capital city, I suddenly remember just how easy on the eye this country is. But beyond its obvious beauty, it prides itself on being one of the fastest growing economies in the world. And at the heart of this financial rise is the lucrative diamond industry. And that is precisely why I'm here, to explore the power of the precious stones and their impact on the lives of local citizens, particularly women. Welcome back to the next episode of Insider for C-Suite. I've got a special two-part episode. I'm going to bring you about the business of diamonds. We're here in Gaborone, Botswana with DeBeers hosting their 2017 Diamond Conference. We're going to be talking about impact, innovation, technology, and especially women. This episode is going to take you to the core of what it means to be a woman and understand the impact of diamonds. Posh Gaborone International Convention Center hosted the much-anticipated conference. Hundreds of global delegates, ranging from academics, policymakers, to entrepreneurs, descended on the venue. Botswana's national anthem led the way.
His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Botswana, honorable ministers.
It was followed by opening remarks by DeBeers CEO Bruce Cleaver, who set the tone for the conference.
Communities will continue to be centrally important to the future success of the diamond sector, and it's crucial that we found ways to support the economic empowerment of the citizens wherever we do business. That is why we at DeBeers are investing in initiatives such as our partnership in Southern Africa with the Stanford Graduate School of Business, and our partnership with UN Women, which will see us invest $3 million in empowerment projects in diamond-producing countries. But of course, it's not just DeBeers. Our sightholder partners also undertake a huge amount of work to support the communities where they operate in areas such as education, healthcare, and women's rights.
Let me start by recognizing the Minister for Mineral Resources, Green Technology and Energy Security.
Considering the importance of the event, it was only befitting for Botswana's president, Ian Khama, to deliver the keynote address. He touched on the significance of his government's relationship with DeBeers.
It's a partnership that has spanned over decades, and I hope that it will continue to strengthen with time for our mutual benefit. We both have an aligned mission and vision, which has already delivered significant success.
Various speakers painted a picture of economic success driven by the power of precious stones. Diamond mining is, without a doubt, a massive industry that contributes significantly to the country's GDP. Since the 1980s, Botswana has been the world's largest producer of gem diamonds. 4 large diamond mines, including DeBeers, operate in the country. The question is, how are the women of Botswana positioning themselves in the trade of diamonds? Pearl Malloy, one of the delegates at the DeBeers conference, runs a training company in the mining space.
The most important thing is that without occupational health and safety, we could safely say there is no diamond industry, because you need the miners, you need to ensure their worker safety in order to make sure that there is increase in production, as well as to reduce costs associated with mining incidents. So it is very much critical for the mining industry to take into consideration, and not only that, but at high account issues of occupational health and safety. There is a strong need to drive the importance of occupational health and safety, because if you take it for granted, one incident can shut down a mine. So you can also, look at the consequences of that, of ignorance. So we need to take it seriously, make sure that our systems are up and running, and people take it to heart, take it seriously.
While Pearl Malloy plays a crucial role in mining safety, Malefo Maputing is growing herself as a diamond trader. She believes that developing small businesses is the way to go.
What I would like to see definitely would be the industry investing in more SMEs for women, business empowering women to start businesses, especially startups within the industry, up to the entire value chain, cutting and polishing.
So that the act of doing that we call a relevance exercise. It should be done by the government immediately.
Outside of women's issues, various debates looked into ways of community development and corporate leadership.
The act of doing that we call a relevance exercise. It should be done by the government immediately. There is the leader choosing and starting to
Well, that's the end of day one. Today was about impact, innovation, and making a fundamental difference. The DeBeers Diamond Conference 2017, day one is officially over. Tomorrow we're going to talk youth and making a fundamental difference into the future as we go forward to look at women and continue the dialogue and the narrative about impact and innovation. The second day, the conference moved to the University of Botswana. The crowd comprised largely young people, and the mood matched their energy.
In order to prove a point that when you mentor, then more than
These are the next generation of entrepreneurs. When discussing such a topic, it's only fair to bring in inspiring figures who've succeeded in their fields.
Government and a lot of the industries are trying to fight it. And third, you talked about innovation. Young people, you create new jobs with innovation that could be in your own country. Solar panels, windmills, these are things that could be designed and built in your own country.
American athlete Carl Lewis, who won 9 Olympic gold medals over the years, believes female leaders are the future in business.
See, what I find is interesting is that women are far more curious about knowledge. They read books. They're more interested in issues. Of course, they do most of the child rearing. They care about what kids are doing in school. More of them are in college. More of them are in our country. So men are going to have to abdicate that eventually. Basically, the reason men are still in charge is because they're men. And there's been this huge generational, for centuries, of we're in charge, keeping other people down. But as we get social media and new areas, we can't continue to hide the fact that who is the smartest and who is the most successful, who can get it done.
You really believe in the highest level of human behavior. It's extraordinary to watch the work you do to move people forward from A to B. Give us some ideas on how people break through in their life.
Well, I think the biggest thing is fear. People are afraid of what could happen instead of being afraid of what would happen if I don't try. And I think that's the biggest thing. I was never afraid to try to do things. I say this all the time. I went to 4 Olympic Games. I tried to win 4 times and only did it once, but no one remembers that. But I can look back and say I tried it 4 times. And another thing was something that happened here in South Africa. When I was visiting one time in 1997, I met President Nelson Mandela at the White House in South Africa. And I presented him with some shoes because I knew he liked to walk. But what was amazing to me is that there were so many children running around the house. And they were not all of his kids, they were just kids. And I saw that he found the energy in those young people that inspired him to do something. I think he had those kids around just to see them and always take that DNA from them inside him and say, my work is important because of them.
Well, former President Nelson Mandela certainly understood the power that comes with youthfulness. That's precisely the reason this conference also catered for young entrepreneurs. Many of them came to learn from people like Carl Lewis, but others were eager to share the business lessons they drew from past experiences.
You need to know that business is not overnight. You work on it. You don't give up simply because you failed. You fail today, you fail, and then maybe the 4th or 5th time or 10th time or 100th time, eventually you make it. So you just need to make sure that you're consistent in terms of what you want, and you remain consistent in your goal, in your dream. I think that's what drives all entrepreneurs.
Special as it represents or presents the opportunity for us to showcase the...
I think generally the conversation about being global and being able to think about how do I take my business and take it out of the country, take it into Africa, take it into the rest of the world is very, very important. And it also helps you to basically be able to streamline the kind of services that you want and focus on exactly what sells and what is it that people need out there.
Who's read or listened to Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People? And he talks about this thing in the first habit. Is it the first habit? Be proactive.
Today has been really, really amazing, sharing the experiences with other entrepreneurs and being able to see that you're not alone going through the problems or the challenges that you go through, and just being able to inspire others who are behind, who are coming through, who are still thinking about it and moving forward. And in our economy, it's exactly what we need. We need to have truth, honest conversations about entrepreneurship, and this kind of platform provides that.
That money is working for you. Celebrate paying, because you get to put your kids through school.
I would like to address the entrepreneurs that they need to take advantage of what DeBeers is already doing for the entrepreneurs, because nobody can come and say, we have these entrepreneurs or we have this mentorship, and we would like to help you to become a successful entrepreneur. Would like for you to go out to market as a successful entrepreneur and a product of Botswana as well.
An opportunity to rejuvenate, to reignite, right? So it's all about how you look at things, how you frame things, both in your mind and in your words.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Insider for C-Suite. DeBeers is making a fundamental difference to entrepreneurs, to innovation, to making sure that diamonds make an impact in Botswana and across Africa.